Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Raghuram. In this video, I'll be reviewing a superstar Rajinikanth starrer AnnaatthE. Tamil movie AnnaatthE. The movie has also been dubbed into Telugu as Peddanna. AnnaatthE and Peddanna both means big brother, and as the title suggests, our Rajinikanth sir is playing the big brother. In fact, the big magnanimous brother of his cute little sister, played by KeerthySuresh. So as the title suggests, it is very well clear, and as you have seen the trailer of the movie also, it is very clear. It is a lovable, adorable story between a brother and a sister, a bonding between brother and sister, an inseparable, beautiful relationship between brother and sister. This movie should have been that, but it is more than that. And what is more than that becomes a big nuisance for this particular movie, because it is the oldest wine in a new bottle. Nothing like we haven't seen before. In Rajinikanth's movie itself, we have seen these stills, these frames, this particular story, bits and parcels everywhere scattered in most of the movies. It looks like director Siva was given a gem to make something magnificent out of it, and he failed to carve, he failed to etch, he failed to give a shape of magnanimity to that particular gem, and he has just dropped that gem on the floor and made it to break. A very old fashioned storytelling which doesn't need Rajinikanth sir there, because Rajinikanth sir, his magnanimity, his personality, his persona, the movies he has made and acted in, what people admire Rajinikanth sir for, everything is missing in this particular movie, because you start feeling from the first frame to the last frame, arey yaar, we have seen this movie, we have seen this frame, we have seen this still, we have seen this song, we have seen this silly joke, we have seen these fights million times, and Rajinikanth sir himself has performed these things millions of times. Why, Mr. Siva? You have got a gem in your hand and you could have made a beautiful movie. Director Siva is a very brilliant director. I think he has made this movie in an urgent way. He just wanted to make a movie with Rajinikanth sir and present it in a very bigger way. No doubt the movie has been made in a big scale, lavish scale, lot of expenditure, lot of money has been poured on this particular movie. In the movie making, Rajinikanth sir has been shown in the best avatar and the best stylish avatar possible. In that particular age, Rajinikanth sir carrying that particular grace, charisma, energy on the screen, and he shouldering the entire movie on his shoulders at this particular age is hats off and commendable. Rajinikanth sir's performance still stands top in this particular movie. AnnaatthE, barring that, there is nothing in the movie. This movie is strictly made for hardcore Rajinikanth sir's fans. It is very difficult to tell who doesn't admire Rajinikanth sir. He is a global icon. In India, he is loved by every person. People watching different languages, movies in different languages also love Rajinikanth sir and his movies. His movie has a mark on the global scenario, not only in the Tamil cinema, not only in the Telugu cinema, not only in the Indian cinema, but at the global front. And Rajinikanth sir deserves a good story, a better story, a magnanimous story, because his movies need to be magnum opus. And director Siva has lost that initiative. As I said, he had got a gem, but instead of shaping it into a beautiful structure, he has just dismantled it, he has dropped it and broken them into pieces. There is no doubt that we are getting positive and both negative remarks on this particular movie. Critics have given negative scores for this movie, and the people have given the positive points for this particular movie. Maybe because we love this man Rajinikanth to that core, it is very hard to give negative points for his movie. Whatever the movie is, we just love watching Rajinikanth sir. In this movie also, I just was watching Rajinikanth sir in every frame. He looks really magnanimous. Whatever you take in the action sequences, as a caring brother, as a lover, as a common man with very good virtues, with that Robin Hood type of character, the way he walks, the way he presents himself, the grace, the dance sequences at this particular age also, the expressions he gives, the emotions he displays, everything is spot on from Rajinikanth sir's point of view. At places, there is no doubt he looks aged, he looks tired, but still he has carried his role. As I said, this movie belongs only to Rajinikanth sir's fans, hardcore fans. All of us are fans of Rajinikanth sir. Me too. I have grown up seeing Rajinikanth sir's movies, plenty of movies, but not such movies. Definitely, I would not love to see Rajinikanth sir play. Any actor can play this particular role. Any actor getting this story can do justice to this particular role. Why do you need Rajinikanth sir? Rajinikanth sir at this particular age really needs a special story, a special presentation, and a special characterization. That That is what we need. We need magnum opus. We need magnanimous Rajinikanth on the screen, not a repetitive Rajinikanth, not repetitive story displaying the repetitive acts, repetitive characterization, the same dialogue delivery, and the same type of punch dialogues, the same type of body language, the same type of gimmicks, action sequences, dance, emotions. No, just change it for him. Rajini sir, you too. Please select the movies maybe once in 2 years. I just pray that your health and your happiness is intact, and you get a lot of wishes for a healthy long life. But please select such movies which are having different scripts and meaningful scripts, and don't just do these movies. Thanks yet again, because you have worked in the movie which works for masses, and the class element of this particular movie is missing. And what people expect from Rajinikanth sir is class plus mass. Here there is mass in AnnaatthE, the class is missing. That is where the movie doesn't work out for many. I don't tell it is a bad movie. It is a okay movie. It is an average movie, and nobody wants to rate a Rajinikanth movie as a okay movie or an average movie. I would be really happy after watching Rajinikanth's movie to tell that superb, fantastic, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. That emotion should come out spontaneously. I personally felt I loved Rajinikanth sir, but not this movie, AnnaatthE. Coming to the concept of the movie, the story of the movie, or the synopsis of the movie, as I already said, the movie in the first half itself establishes the lovely relationship between a brother and sister, Rajinikanth and KeerthySuresh. KeerthySuresh's role is also good. She's a pretty girl. Her acting is really good. Her skills are really good. And the director has made her to cry in most of the scenes. A pretty girl who has a cute smile. In some of the expressions, her expressions are cute and lovely when she shares her screen with Rajinikanth sir. And the brother and sister are on the screen. They are lovable scenes, admirable scenes. But KeerthySuresh in most of the scenes, most of the frames has been used as a weeping girl. Why do you give such character to her? Please use KeerthySuresh. She is an immense talent, man. Okay, we'll come back to the plot of the movie. Rajinikanth sir and KeerthySuresh play brother and sister. They have lost parents very early, and he has been not only a big brother but also a parent to his darling sister. We are introduced in the first scene of the movie where Rajinikanth's heroics are shown. He's shown bashing the villains, sitting in Kolkata. What is a person doing in Kolkata where he should have been in Tamil Nadu or Chennai? That is a big question. And rest of the story is shown as the flashback for the majority of the first half. So we are introduced with the heroic Rajinikanth, and then we are introduced with the first villain of the story, that is PrakashRaj, who is also playing a village headman. Rajinikanth is also a village headman in the movie. He is a good man. He is a Samaritan of goodness, and his goodness is established in many scenes. He is a good-hearted person, and he is a Robin Hood for the poor, untrodden and needy people. While his opponent, the counterpart, is a PrakashRaj who believes in power and power utilization. PrakashRaj's role is also short but very, very good role. So after the heroics of Rajinikanth, after the first villain has been introduced, we are introduced with the sister of Rajinikanth, that is KeerthySuresh. Her character is established, the relationship and bonding and many emotional scenes and a little bit of flashbacks and also the present scenarios between the brother and sister. Everything has been shown in the earlier part of the first half. Then we come with some horrible component to women who were there in the flashback of Rajinikanth's life in that particular movie. Meena and Kushbu, yesteryear's actresses, come into the scenario, and they become the pulp of needless and mindless comedy scenes there. So at least 15 to 20 minutes is a mess up when these two women come. I was very, very happy seeing Meena and Kushbu after a long time on the big screen, but their contribution in the movie has been shrunk to subtle and nothing. That particular 15-20 minutes of the movie is really horrible and torture to watch. The later part of the first half develops again into the emotions between brother and sister. The marriage sequence and the marriage preparations of KeerthySuresh comes, and the brother is preparing himself and the entire village for the marriage of his darling sister, and suddenly some events happen and he misses his sister. He misses his sister from the marriage hall. And then we go to the second half. In the second half, it is all about our Robin Hood Rajinikanth sir becoming Sherlock Holmes and trying to find out where his sister went, why she went, what are the circumstances which made her to miss out from the wedding ceremony and go away somewhere, absconding without any notice, without any clue. He tries to investigate on the curious case of his missing sister. Rajinikanth is confused as a brother, and he is messed up, he is angry, he shows a variety of emotions, he is helpless, and he doesn't know what to do for his sister. And as he unravels layer by layer by layer by layer of his missing sister's story, he gets shocked and shocking truths surface. Then we are introduced with the two villains in the second half, Abhimanyu Singh and JagapathiBabu. Again, in the first half of the second half, there is Abhimanyu Singh dominating as a cruel villain. And when the director thinks, okay, this is the end of the movie, somebody might have given him the idea, no sir, this is Rajinikanth sir's movie, we shall not end it at 2 hours 20 or 2 hours 25 minutes. We will stretch it to 2 hours 45 minutes story. And then enters our Jagapathibabu as another cruel villain, unnecessary extension of the second half and unnecessary action sequences and bloodshed. Because in this particular part, in the first part, if they were showing the Robin Hood character of Rajinikanth, a very good Samaritan, in the second half they had to establish Rajinikanth as a fighting hero, as a magnanimous hero with all the heroics. And then after Robin Hood he becomes Sherlock Holmes, and after Sherlock Holmes he becomes the James Bond in the last part of the movie. So plenty of action sequences, visual blowing moments for Rajinikanth's fans, lot of action sequences where Rajinikanth smashes the baddies. Would he finally find his sister or not? And who are those villains? What has happened to his sister? Why did she abscond from the marriage ceremony? And all those stories are revealed in the second half. And most of the story is predictable. I just want to tell, most of the story is just predictable. So as I said, the Meena and Kushbu part and the Jagapathibabu's part should have been subtracted from the movie. Definitely the movie would have come to 2 hours 10 minutes duration, and that would have somehow been tolerable. And these two among not only the negative points, but these are the disaster points of the movie. And how can you make a movie without Jagapathibabu's presence? Nowadays in the South Indian movies, his presence is mandatory. If a role is not given to Jagapathibabu, he will definitely come and claim a role in the movie. What works good in AnnaatthE? Again, as I said, Rajinikanth sir, Rajinikanth sir, Rajinikanth sir. He stands tall. He is magnanimous. He is a character himself. He is an institution of acting. No comments about him. He has come good with his own weaknesses, like he looks weak, he looks subtle, and he looks aged, and he looks tired in some sequences, definitely, if you keenly observe. Otherwise, at this particular age, giving such a performance, all-round performance, all-rounder of the match. Hats off, Rajini sir. Second good thing for me is KeerthySuresh, though she looks tragic in most of the scenes. That is how the director has allotted her character. Otherwise, she looks cute and pretty in some frames. Yeah, did I mention about Nayanthara, the leading lady? She has a very, very, very small role. The smallest of smallest roles Nayanthara has in this particular movie. And it is better to forget her. Even if Nayanthara is not in the movie, nobody would matter. Such small role she has. Nothing significant, I would tell. Again, PrakashRaj's role is really good. One particular scene I just loved, when there is a fight between one-to-one combat between Rajinikanth and PrakashRaj. Rajinikanth suddenly surrenders himself. He doesn't hit PrakashRaj because PrakashRaj's family is standing behind PrakashRaj, and Rajinikanth tells that you are the hero for your family, for your wife, your kids. You are the hero. You should not become the villain. That is why I'm not going to hit you in front of your family, because for me you are a villain, for them you are a hero. This changes the mindset of PrakashRaj in the movie. There is a transformation and transition of PrakashRaj's character, and that particular part has been picturized very well. And PrakashRaj in such roles, he is really good. Two different shades of PrakashRaj you would get to see in this particular movie. Just enjoy seeing the versatile actor PrakashRaj. Abhimanyu Singh and JagapathiBabu are also good as menacing villains, but that is how their roles have been scripted. Most of the scenes look unnecessary, but still they are the part of the movie. The comedy seems to be stuffed. Suri tries to get some comic part or the fun moments in the movie, but he doesn't impress too much. Rajinikanth himself has displayed some funny traits, but they are also not impressive. They were not needed at all. Music is by D. Iman, and the music is good, but not impressive enough. Songs, you would definitely not remember the songs from the movie. So what doesn't work out for this particular movie? Most of the parts don't work out for this movie. The story, the narrative, the story writing, the screenplay itself is very, very, very weak. Weak enough to be called as a Rajinikanth starrer magnum opus. This is not a magnum opus. This is not a movie. This is something of very weak kind. The length of the movie is really bothersome, and definitely, as I said, half an hour should have been subtracted from the movie. Unnecessary scenes, silly scenes, and unnecessary comedy has been stuffed. Those three characters, again I want to tell, Meena, Kushbu and Jagapathibabu, three good actors wasted in horrible roles and unwanted roles also. So one more negative point is the tried and trusted formulation, the same old story in the new bottle, old wine in a new bottle, which is very, very horribly tasting, very predictable story. Unnecessary scenes, unnecessary bloodshed, a couple of fights are unnecessary, a song is unnecessary, and even the emotional scenes between brother and sister too should have been more over in a very subtle way and in a very graceful way. The chemistry between Rajinikanth and KeerthySuresh is really awesome, but what doesn't work out is the romantic part of Rajinikanth. Probably the director thought will not put too much of romance into the movie because it is AnnaatthE or Pedanna, and it is brother and sister story I'm going to carry, and the heroine will just be having a guest appearance. That is another thing, taking a good actress like Nayanthara and wasting her as a heroine. Yes, a predictable and boring story, a known story, the story which we have watched a million times, a slow and turtle-paced first half which develops on its own style, and a dragged second half with unnecessary stunts and unnecessary bloodshed are the minus points of the movie. And one thing definitely I want to tell before concluding my video is the background music, boss. You'll get headache, your brain will blast, your heart will start thumping, you might require a doctor after coming out of the theatre. And on top of it, if you're watching on single screens, the fans of Rajinikanth whistling, cheering and shouting, screaming. On the top of it, probably the BGM has been made so loud because it has to overtake the voices of the people in the single screens. Very loud, very harsh background music, especially during the dialogue deliveries, during the punch dialogues, during the action sequences, and even during emotional sequences. Boss, why do you require such loud BGM? And when do we come out of such melodramatic movies? I definitely don't know. So coming to the scoreboard, my scoreboard of the movie AnnaatthE, the movie scores 5 out of 10 because the movie has its moment, as I already said. Out of 5, 4.5 to Rajinikanth sir, and 0.5 for those beautiful moments, some good moments in the movie. So that's it. 5 out of 10 for AnnaatthE. I'm very sad that I had to give 5 out of 10 for Rajinikanth star movie, and I also wish that Rajinikanth sir's movie, if they come in future, they should be made in such a way that they should be scoring more because of the quality of the movie and also for the storytelling, along with Rajinikanth sir's presence, magnanimous presence in the movie. Last but not the least, before winding my video, I would just love to tell, if you have really good movies to watch and if you are not a hardcore Rajinikanth fan, just miss this movie, AnnaatthE. So there is nothing new to offer in this particular movie. If you are a Rajinikanth fan, if you're obsessed to see his movies at any cost, whatever the movie may be, you don't care about the story at all, you would just love to taste that old wine again and again and again, please go to the theatre and watch AnnaatthE. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.